Patrol Houston. Please call station for a voice check.
All right, station, this is Mark Zuckerberg at Facebook. Can you hear me okay?
Hey, Mark, we read you loud and clear. It's a pleasure to talk with you today.
It's great to talk to you guys, too. I have to say, when you're building products to try to connect everyone in the world, connecting folks who are out in space is about as extreme and cool as it gets. So it's awesome to have the opportunity to talk to you guys today. Thanks for doing this. So I think we should start by,
Oh, it's our pleasure.
Can you introduce yourselves and your roles and how long you've been working up there for?
Yeah, sure. My name is Tim Coper. I'm the commander of the International Space Station for Expedition 47. Tim Peake and I arrived on the 15th of December, and we've been working up here for about 169 days. What a great place to work and live. And Tim Peake is one of our flight engineers. Jeff Williams is a flight engineer as well, just arrived a couple of months ago. And this is his fourth flight in space, third time on the space station, so a great person to have on board. This is my second flight, Tim's first flight here, and we have 3 cosmonauts on board, too, that are at the other end of station that make our complement of a 6-person crew.
Nice. So let's start with a couple of questions here about the science that you're doing on board the space station. So what kind of research are you doing in space that we can't do anywhere else?
That's a great question, Mark. You know, one of the main things that we do is try to understand the impacts of zero gravity on the human body, a lot of negative impacts. And so, in large measure, we're an experiment. So we exercise a couple hours every day, which is a mitigation for the loss of bone density and muscle mass. We have our eyes scanned because there's issues with your eyes as a consequence of zero gravity, and several other things that we do on board to try to make sure that when we go beyond low Earth orbit, we fully understand the implications of zero gravity on the human body. But well beyond that, we do lots of basic research up here as well, because when you remove the gravity component to a lot of physical phenomena, you learn a lot of things. So we have physical science experiments that range from combustion to fluid flow, to microbiology, and so we're learning a ton, and we expect that to pay dividends long-term in terms of benefit for our planet.
All right, so I'm curious to hear about what kind of technology you guys are working on that's going to help us travel to Mars. Beyond, of course, all the communication technology that we're working on to be able to connect with you guys to make sure that that works.
Well, I think in general, the ISS program is a big achievement in terms of the path to future exploration. I mean, just building and running and maintaining logistically, learning how to operate it day to day and for the long term, for years to come, all of that's going to support future exploration no matter where we go. Of course, an example that's been in the news here recently, especially in the last couple of weeks, is the beam module, the inflatable module, which we've got inflated now, and we're going to outfit it, instrument it. It's a new technology which will, of course, allow greater volumes to be launched with fewer launches. And, of course, it's going to take a lot of volume to send a crew away from Earth, no matter where the destination is.
All right, so let's take some questions from the thread. And by the way, it's awesome to see the microphone just flying around over there. That is not something that I'm used to, even in our virtual reality lab, where we can make stuff like that. We just haven't yet. So let's go to the thread. So we got a question from Hakeem, which is obviously astronauts train extensively for this kind of a mission. But is there anything in particular that you weren't expecting or that surprised you? Like the microphone?